Hello everyone, in this game the Orc Death Skulls have landed on this agri world to loot its cities and wreak havoc on the population. Luckily, the defence system is the Imperial Knights and have came to meet the Orcs on the outskirts of the city. Let's go to war.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Daily Dice. I'm Sam, and today I'm with my main man, Carl. How's it going, Carl?
Yeah, good buddy. Yeah, good. Really looking forward to this.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. I'm going to be running the Imperial Knights, so some big stompy boys. What are you going to be running there?
So I've got Orcs, I've got a Dread Mob, Death Skulls attachment, so slightly smaller stompy boys.
Yeah. A slightly worse version of Knights.
Exactly, yeah, more of them, but they're not as good.
Yeah, but it's a one hell of an army. It's massive. Yeah, really nice.
Thank you, mate. Yeah, appreciate it.
You'll see that when we go through the list. Me and Carl have been talking for ages. We've been talking on Instagram. I've always seen his army, and he's been a good member of the channel. So we've wanted this game for a while, haven't we?
We have, mate. Yeah.
It was meant to be against the Templars, but just it didn't match with the videos I was putting out. So it ended up going against Knights.
Happy day. Bring it on, mate. Yeah. Any fight's a good fight for you know.
And I mean, you did bring me a little bribe when you came in with some. You brought me some beers for a little present, and I'm going to take that as a bribe. So,
mate, if that's what you want to say to yourself when I thrash you, that's up to you, man. You go for it.
The war is on. I like it. Before we start, big shout out to the members. And yourself a member as well.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah.
Every penny really does massively help the channel, and it all goes back into little bits of the channel, like paints. And I try and take a little bit of time off work, so it helps me cover costs for things. So massive shout out to the members. It really helps. If you want to become a member, just click that join button down below. So let's get into them lists.
Let's stuck in, mate. Yeah,
let's do it.
Here we have 2,000 points of Imperial Knights. 3 big stompy boys and 4 little stompy boys. The army rule, basically I get to pick out 2 Orcs. I've went for Laylo the Tyrant. I get to reroll 1 hit and 1 wound in shooting and in combat. Also, if I kill the enemy warlord, my army becomes honoured. What is honoured, you say? Basically, if you're honoured, you get 3 CP and all your strats become better. So it really good. It also helps out my detachment. My detachment is Noble Lance. Basically, all my army get a 6 up feel no pain, and when I'm honoured, so when I kill the enemy warlord, I get a 5 up feel no pain army wide. So it's really strong. So I'll definitely be going for Carl's warlord, that's for sure. So let's go through this list. So we'll start with the big man himself, the Knight Valiant. He's just an absolute big shooty beast. He doesn't really want to be in combat, so hopefully I'll be able to screen him with the armigers this game. He just wants to be walking in the middle of the battlefield and taking out Orc walkers left, right and centre. His rules are if he shoots an enemy unit, after he's shot I can pick an enemy unit and they have to take a battle shock test. Also, he has a 6-inch aura. Any armigers within 6 inch get the benefit of cover, which is pretty nice. Also, I've given an enhancement. Basically, Knights have massively dropped in points since I last used them. So I just add this to just fill some points up. But any Knights within 6 inches get a +1 to the leadership. So not bad. Might come in handy, might not. Next unit is a Knight Gallant. He is my combat Knight. He wants to be right where the thick of the action is, ripping and tearing. Big Knights like this get bondsman abilities, which basically benefit armigers nearby. So 12 inches, they get a benefit. So I pick one armiger, that armiger gets reroll charges and reroll hits in combat. He also, this guy is -1 to hit in melee, so -1 for them Orcs to hit him, which is decent. Also, I've given him an enhancement. He gets the deep strike keyword, and also at the end of the enemy's turn, I can take him off the board and put him back down in my movement. Only once per battle, that is. Next up, we have the Knight Preceptor. He's got the enhancement Sticky Objectives, so he can take an objective and just wander off, which is good for Knights, because I don't have that much. Well, I've got 7 models on the board. He picks an enemy unit at the beginning of the battle, and he can re-roll all his hits against that unit all game. So he really stalks that unit and really must have some sort of oath to take out that unit, which is pretty cool. His bondsman ability is not as good as the Gallant, but it's still pretty good. An armiger within 12 inches can get +1 leadership and +2 OC. So not bad, not bad. I'm hoping these three knights, big knights, can really pull the weight against this Walker list, but we'll see this game. Then last but not least, we have the 4 armigers. These are really my point scorers. They all have the same loadout, so they all have the chain cleavers and the thermal spears with a melter. Their ability is that if they charge an enemy unit, they get sustained hits 1, which is nice. They get strike mode on that chain cleaver and then the big choppy mode as well. The sweep mode and the strike mode. So yeah, I'm really hoping these lads can just push forward and take that mid board. These are my only sort of trading units, if you will. So I don't really want to be too eager with these, putting mid board, and if all of them die, it could be a bad day for me. So I'm really looking forward to using this list. Let's see how it does against Carl's Orcs. So onto the Orc list.
So this is 5,000 points of... That's 2,000 points of Orcs. Lovely army, Carl.
Thanks, mate.
It really, I can tell it is a labour of love. Every unit and all the kit bashes you've done just looks so nice. So do you want to tell us a little bit about this army?
Yeah, sure. So it's a dread mob is the detachment. It's Death Skulls as well. Not that matters anymore, but it used to. So that's why it's all blue. But yes, it's a dread mob detachment. So it's got push the button as the rule, where you can.
And that's what this little button is for here.
Yeah. So every time you shoot or fight, you can push the button to get either sustained, lethal, or extra AP on critical hits.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can choose which one of those you want, but then you give hazardous to your weapons. So you can use it whenever you want, shooting, fighting, so it's Overwatch. It's, when you get charged, you can still use it. But so that's the detachment. And obviously some of the strats key off the pushing the button. So they've got like a 2-stage strat. So you get one part, and then if you decide to push it, basically you get hazardous and you get a second part of the strat as well.
Yeah.
We get war because we're Orcs. So for one turn, we can declare the war. It has to be done at the start of the turn. So if you go first, I'll have to declare it at the start of your battle round.
Yeah.
And then for one whole turn, we get advance and charge. We get a 5-up invuln, and we get +1 strength and attacks.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
So, let's go into the army. So where do you want to start, Carl?
So we can start with the big mech, who's my war boss today, warlord today. He's big mech, get smacker and his lads. So there's a big mech with a unit of mega knobs. He's got a enhancement to give them -1 to hit at range, and he's got the custom force fields which gives them a 4-up invuln against shooting.
Nice.
That's a bit of an anvil unit, so they're just sitting there. They're fairly tough, fairly chunky boys. In the war turn, they get a 5-up shrug as well, and he can bring one back a turn, so he can replace one, sort of build it back up again.
Nice.
In one phase, and then once a game, his little grot mate with the spanner can bonk one of them on the head and heal D3 wounds.
Lovely. I like it. A little tough unit to get through.
Hopefully, mate. Yeah, that's the idea.
Nice. And then where do you want to go next? Should we go to the...
the big lad?
Yeah, go to the big lad, yeah.
So he's called Rich. No, he's not. He's called T. He's my Gorkanaut, and he's fairly tough, yeah. Quite a big lad. His gun's anti-infantry, which isn't going to be a lot of help today. But his claw's fairly decent. He can sweep or strike with it, so he's pretty punchy in combat. You can transport models in him, but for today I'm just going to run him empty. So he's just the Orc equivalent of a knight, really. He's got 6-up invuln, because he's not that sort of built that well. He's basically built out of junk, but he's my sort of hard-hitting lad at the back here.
Nice, I like it. And you say that he's built with bits of different armies you fought?
Yeah, so the idea is that he's basically been looted and scrapped together as I've been going on. So there's some Space Marine armour plates on there, there's a Space Wolf shoulder pad, there's an Abmech piece of armour around the back, there's bits and pieces that he's basically, as he gets damaged, he gets sort of built back together.
Yeah,
and they just use any old crap they can find on the battlefield.
No, that's cool. Should we go to the little boys in front, the mini versions of him?
Yeah, sure thing. So I've got 2 Death Dreads. This one's got all of the claws, so he's just melee, he's got no guns on him at all. He is a proper bullet magnet, so he'll just get, destroyed off the table as is tradition, right?
Yeah.
So he's got just all claws. Yeah, Death Druids get a rule where if you're in engagement round with them, you have to take a battle shock test at the start of the fight phase, which can sometimes come in a little bit clutch. But so he's basically going to be charging up the board. He's got a little mech stood next to him who's going to be giving him the bad touch to give him +1 to hit, and then healing damage. He can patch him up. And then the lad on the other side is my quad custom mega blaster dread. Because I'm not a coward, I do things properly. You can do it, you go full in.
I've seen it, Carl. I don't think I've ever seen a quad custom mega blaster dread. So I'm really impressed that you brought this today.
He's got 9 wounds, and he's got the potential to do 12 to himself in one shooting phase. So it could all go horribly wrong.
I like it.
He's got the little mini mech to do the same thing.
That's sweet. Then let's go to the even minier walkers. Oh no, you've got these two here as well.
Yeah, so those are my mech guns. They're custom mega cannon mech guns. So their job is basically just to sit at the back and shoot. They get reroll hits rolls of 1 if you're at full strength. And they're basically my anti-tank, but again, they're hazardous, so they've got every potential to just go up in a cloud of smoke every time you pull the trigger.
Yeah, very swingy, aren't the mech guns?
Yeah, but you need some like scary punch at range, I think, and that's it.
100%. Then the even minier dreads.
Yeah, the robots keep going. So these are killer cans. They've got a special rule that you never use because I think you can add +1 to their attacks, but they can take D6 mortal wounds if you roll a 1. So no one ever does it because
it's just not worth it.
No, we're not that mad. So these lads have got rockets and drillers or claws. They're quickish. They're about, I think, 6-inch move, so not the fastest, but they're pretty good at screening. They're grot vehicles, so they get to hit on 4s with their rockets, so they're a little bit better at shooting. Hit on 4s in combat as well, and I've got 2 squads of them. So yeah, those lads with rockets, and then I've got lads on the other side who've got the anti-infantry big shooters, which is I think the mech's bolted on the wrong weapons today, but we'll see how they do. They do dev wins, so you never know.
Well, that is something. That is something, definitely. Then while we're on the vehicles, we've got 1 vehicle left here, I believe.
Yeah, so that's the truck. It's just 65 points of just tin can. Put something in it, they go charging up the board. If you're lucky, the truck screens something or goes and tank shot something before it gets.
I mean, it can do actions. It's
it's cheap. It's like a sort of worse rhino, if you like. So
yeah, I like it.
Comes in handy.
So lots of troops. Should we start right and go left?
Yes, that's fine. Yeah, no worries, buddy. So we've got I've got 2 units of Storm Boys. So I've got a unit there, same on the other side. They are decked out the same. You've got a knob with a power claw and 5 Storm Boys. They can advance and charge as their special rule. And you normally start them in deep strike, which I'll be doing today. Just you drop them on the board, they get you behind enemy lines or your sabotage or whatever it is you need. And then they can just get in the way. So
I like it.
Yeah.
Little lads in front?
Yeah, little lads. So those are the grots. I've got 2 squads of those as well. They're your 45-point sort of battle line. So they can hold objectives. They've got OC2, so they can be quite handy for that. Their rule is they get a reactive move. So if you move within 9 of them, they can move normally, and on a 4-up they cause, I think, D3 +1 mortal wounds because they throw a load of junk at you as they run away.
Nice, I like it.
And they're just there to sit on objectives and get in the way, gun things up a little bit.
Cool. So the grot's ability is a reactive move, is it?
Yeah.
I always thought it was to get something for being an objective.
No, you're right. It's conniving runts. That's the strat. Yeah.
Right. Oh, but that is a strat, yeah?
It is a strat, yeah. It's a 1 CP strat. And then, yeah, you're right, the abilities that they get CP. So on an objective, for each objective you've got with grots on it, you roll a dice. On a 4-up, you get a CP. Obviously, you can only do that once.
Yeah. I haven't played grots in a while, so I thought I might have been wrong there, but yeah.
Good call.
Some knobs at the back? No, they're just boys?
Just boys, yeah. So, yeah, boys with a knob in the unit, but just a unit of boys. They're my other battle line. They sticky objective, so I can just run them onto objective and then they can go off and cause some trouble somewhere.
Nice.
And they're just get in the way. A little bit of chop in the wire, they can hit quite hard, but they've got to survive to get there,
Yeah, that's it. Lads in front?
So lads in front, yes, we've got 2 units of looters. So these are where the other mechs are sitting. So you've got the shock attack gun, and then same on the other side. We've got 2 shock attack guns, 2 units of 10 looters. 2 of the looters are spanners, so they're like the sergeant equivalent, got rocket launchers, and the rest of them have got def guns. So they hit on 6s innately, got ballistic skill 6, but they've got heavy, so if they still hit on 5s, they reroll 1s, and if you're on an objective, they reroll all hits. So
nice.
The idea is they cover objectives for you, and they've got damage 2 guns, 48-inch range, so they can be pretty tasty.
Yeah.
Shock attack guns throw out some decent damage, and they give you battle shock tests when you get hit by them, because you get covered in snotlings who are, flailing about and getting in your workings.
Yeah, getting in the cockpit.
That's it.
Right. What else have we actually got? Oh, we've got some lads back here.
Yeah, so we've got flash kits. They're just one squad of 5. They're just a bit of DACA, so they're a bit of decent anti-infantry firepower. So strength 6, only 1 AP but damage 2. They've got 3 shots, but if they shoot at the closest target, you get an extra shot per gun, and they've got sustained hits 1, so they can pump out some decent shooting. So they're not part of the detachment rule. So the rule for pushing the button is for grot, vehicles, orc walkers, and mech-led units.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the units in the army, the Storm Boys, the Flash Kits, and the bikes won't be pushing the button because they're not part of those keywords.
Fair play. And then, is this the last unit, I believe?
I think last unit, about 3 war bikers. I'll be completely honest with you, I had 70 points left over, and they're 70 points. So they're fairly quick, get in the way. Don't expect them to do much apart from get kicked off the table. So, that's what they're there for.
Maybe some early game point scoring or something. So you get that mid board.
Yeah, a little bit of speed just to give you a speed bump.
Nice, and of course we forgot the button.
Yeah, the button. So the Adrien from Tabletop Titans made one of these, and it tickled that little brain squig of mine. So I thought, I need one of those too.
So every time you push the button, you literally push the button,
the button, and even then you'd be amazed how many times I forget to do it.
I like it.
Yeah.
So that is 2,000 points of Orcs. It's so much to chew through there, but it should be a really fun game. This. It's always good playing against Orcs. So let's get into that game. So the cards are drawn. Deployment, search and destroy. So you've got me on this quarter, the Knights, and you've got the Orcs in this quarter. An objective marker in each deployment zone, and then you've got 3 in no man's land. Primary mission is linchpin. Basically, if you hold the objective marker in your deployment, then you get 5 points for each other objective marker you hold, and 3 for the one in your deployment. If you don't hold the one in your deployment, you just get 3 for each objective marker you hold. Adapt or die. That's the mission rule. Basically, I'm guessing you're going to be taking tactical here, Carl.
Yes, mate. Yeah.
Me too. So twice per battle, after we've drawn our secondary mission cards, we can put one back in, reshuffle it back in, and draw another one without having to pay a CP for it, which is ideal. So the battle is ready for action. Obviously, at one side, you've got the Knights just coming out of the city to defend against the big War. Oh, I love it, Carl. I absolutely love it. This battle mat is from Gamemat.eu, and so are these rocks. So check them out. Really good site, and they've got some really good terrain and mats, pre-painted terrain as well. So I'll quickly go over the objective markers, the terrain rules, how we've deployed, and then we'll get into that roll for first turn. So objective marker, no man's land here. 1 in the centre here. If you're touching this rock, we're going to be holding this objective. So that's the house rule here. An objective marker there, and this ruin. And then we've got 1 in each deployment, 1 just under them grots there, and then 1 just in this building here. You can't really see it, but it's next to the preceptor here. Terrain rules, basically everything is area terrain, so that's why these rocks I've sort of done like a little border around it. These have got like a little border behind the grots here, so if you're in the terrain, you can shoot out or you can get shot. If you've got a foot on the terrain, you can't shoot out, but you can still get shot unless you're a Titanic model. So it actually will count for quite a lot of stuff here. And the and then very handy for me, to be fair, that rule. And then also if you're at each side of it, you can't see each other. It's obscuring. So they're the terrain rules. Deployment, basically my Knights are sort of getting cover. I'm sort of trying keeping it behind stuff, but the Orc shooting isn't great. Obviously he's got mech guns and that, so he could do some damage. So that's why I've kept the little lads in cover. Orcs, what was your thought behind this, Carl?
Mostly the thought, mate, was where will it fit? I'll be honest. So I've got a sort of line of cannons that side to maybe push out to the objective near me or to screen out a little bit. I've got Death Dread up front in honour of Rich. I want to see if he lasts more than the first turn.
Yeah, he's going to be my first target. I
Of
think,
course,
with Death Dread.
yeah, halfway through the face.
Yeah.
I've got some bikes just to kind of screen out, throw a bit forwards, and then basically, mate, it's just do what Orcs do.
Yeah.
Run forwards and crump stuff.
I like it. And you're thinking the Gorkanaut, is it? Or is it the Markanaut?
Yeah, Gorkanaut, mate, yeah.
It's thinking maybe a little bit of cat and mouse. It's got the he's got the mega knobs in.
Yes, he's got mega knobs on my big mech, who's my war boss, which means you get the CPs if you kill him. So
Yes.
he's being unusually tactically sound for an orc and staying inside the big metal robot.
I like it. And then in this truck you've got...
So there's flash kits in that truck. Yeah, I've got some looters behind to maybe step up into the cover, and then some mech guns to shuffle out and start throwing some shots.
Yeah. And then in reserves you've got 2 units of...
I've got 2 units of Storm Boys, and that's it. So they're my deep striking lads will just drop down and score
Nice.
some points, hopefully, yeah.
I like it. So the big question is, do you want to go first or second?
Facing this lot, mate, probably first.
Yeah, I think you going first would definitely help. I think I'd give or take first and second.
Yeah.
Because you want to go first, it probably makes me want to go first. But
Yeah, I haven't got a lot that can reach out and touch you yet. So
yeah, so let's do it.
Yeah,
So
good luck, bud.
yeah, good luck. So first rolls, a 4 and a 3. Orcs, turn 1. Good luck. Orcs, turn 1. The orders have been received by the big boss, Skew No Man's Land, and marked for death. So Skew No Man's Land is basically get 1 objective in No Man's Land for 2 points, 2 objectives in No Man's Land for 5 points. Mark for death, I pick 3 units. If the Orcs kill 1 of them units, he gets 5 points. So the mark for death targets are the 3 big knights. So I don't think me and Carl have spoken. Don't think he's going to get them this turn. But you'll get a CP for it if you get rid at the end of your turn. Skew No Man's Land, you got with the cans and the bikers.
Nice, yeah.
So what else have you done, Carl? Just push everything forward by the looks
so
of it?
basically, mate, typical orc subtlety. Just everything's just gone up the table, and I'm just pushing through. So I'm trying to push out into objectives.
These advanced, didn't they? They got a 6.
Yeah, so they're not shooting, but they got onto the objective there. So we've got the truck with the flash kits. The mech guns are pulled round. The looters are trying to climb a mountain.
Start climbing.
Carrying 4 tons of scrap weaponry with them. But the corporals moved up a little bit just to kind of get into the action, and then just pushing out onto the table, trying to get a little bit of ball control. The shooting's probably going to be a little bit all over the shop this turn, but if I can tickle a few wounds or something, then
yeah, definitely. Sweet. So let's get into that shooting. So first bit of shooting, we have some looters. He's using a Strat, bigger shells for bigger
That's
gits.
the one.
And he's putting his rocket launcher, because it's only short range, into the Gallant. And he's putting all the rest of his guns into the Armigers. This Armiger right here. Because he's on an objective and you get rerolls or something?
That's it, rerolls to hit.
That's right. So the Strat basically gives him +1 to wound.
Yeah.
You could go +1 damage as well, but that gives him hazardous, so you don't want to use that for now. So you try to tickle him. Let's do it.
Yeah, cool. So if I start with the rocket launcher,
Yeah.
so that's D3 shots for 3. And so he's he moved, so it doesn't get heavy, so it's hitting on 6s, but he rerolls 1s because he's a looter. So that's 1 hit, no rerolls, and then this will be wounding on a 5.
Yes, stuff is 12, yeah.
Nope. And then
Oh, did you want to push your button as well?
I do want to push the button, mate. Yeah.
So
good
let's
call.
push the button the first time of the game. 3.
Right, that is lethal hits. So 6s to hit will auto wound.
So that's exactly what you wanted, basically.
That's exactly what I wanted, yeah.
Nice.
Cool. So
So you would have wounded that.
I
Actually, you
would
did
have
get a 6
wounded
there.
with
So
one,
minus.
the minus is 2.
He's in
Rockets.
cover, so it'll be -1.
Yeah. So this lad, this unit, I've got the ignores cover, the Git Finder goggles.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. So it'll be 5 up. Save. So see if I can save it. I can't. What's that? D3 damage, is it?
3 damage.
Flat 3. Couple 6s. Nope. So that's 3 wounds off the first night.
He
I like
does.
it. So he's down to 19. He did not like that. I repeat, he did not like that. So next guns all flying into the Armiger in the
That's
terrain.
it. Yeah. So we've got.
In on 6s,
Yeah.
the lethals, and you can re-roll. Let's go.
So we've got
3 go
3
through.
go through so far, and then
Re-rolling.
re-rolling.
This could be a bad day for the Armiger.
So that is 6 in total.
Oh,
It's -1 and ignores cover.
ignore cover, yeah.
Yeah.
So these are saving on 4s.
quite a lot. So that damage 2, yeah?
Damage 2, yeah.
So I'll do the feel no pains. Going for 6s. Nope. So 1 takes 4 wounds. Nasty. Big mech shooting a little grot flying into the cockpit of the armor. Let's go.
There's a number of shots.
D6 plus 1, yeah.
So it's 4, yeah. And then he's hitting on 5s because he's a little bit of a better shot than the other lads.
With lethals and
Lethals,
rerolls.
so okay, so no lethals.
2 hits. Strength for that?
This is, I believe, strength 9. So
5 6s.
that's 1 save. That isn't -4.
-4, so it'll be it's 5 up in vulnerable save. And he doesn't save it. What's the damage on that?
So damage is D6.
Ooh, do I want to... Well, he's on 8 wounds, so he should survive,
Yeah,
so
should be,
go for it. Oh!
Fat 6.
That is... I tell you what, this is one unit have done some... And this is without the damage added on the weapons. So he takes 5 wounds, so he's down to 3 wounds remaining. Next up, the mech gun, or the AdMech robot, is leveling its gun and going into the gallant. So let's do it.
So D6 shots. Or 6.
Ooh!
Spicy. So 5, 6. So he's hitting on 4s and he's re-rolling 1s.
Yeah.
So that's... Do you know what I haven't done? I haven't pushed the button.
You haven't pushed the button. Do you want to push
Right,
your
let's
button?
go for it, man. So that's extra AP on
Extra
crit
AP.
wounds. So got hits there.
Reroll that
Rerolling the 1.
Nice.
Okay. And then these are strength 12. So wounded on...
Toughness 12, so
Fours,
4s. You're looking for them 6s.
I am looking for them 6s, but no dice. So that's 2 at
2 wounds,
minus
-1.
1.
They're in cover, so 3 ups. Save 1, fill 1. So
Okay,
D6 damage, yeah.
D6 damage, yeah. For 4.
4 damage. Feel no pains. Feel 3 pains. So he takes 3 wounds. We'll get back to the next bit of shooting. We have some looters on the hill. They've just climbed up and they've found the target, which is a preceptor over here. So let's do it.
Okay, so push the button. We got lethal hits on that one. So we're going to go for 6s and re-rolling 1s.
Yeah.
So that is a hit, and we've got 2, 3 re-rolls in there. So 1 hit.
And that wounds as well, yeah.
It wounds as well, yeah.
Ignores cover.
No, this unit doesn't. That's the enhancement.
So it'll just be his free save, yeah?
Yeah.
Also, I forgot to mention, I saved, I picked to target the mech guns for the Preceptor's rerolls, just because I was going to go for the Morkanaut, but they're just the opposite sides of the field, so I don't know if they'll end up in combat together, fighting each other. So, rerolls against these lads. The next bit of shooting?
Yeah.
Next bit of shooting is 3 cans, some rockets into the gallant right in front of them. You're going to pick lethals.
I'm going to pick lethal on these ones, yeah. There's a big red button in the cockpit, all those grots are hammering with this. So D3 shots. So you got 2, 4, 5. So these lads are hitting on 4s. And you got 1 lethal and then 2 which will win on 5s.
Mm-hmm.
So nope, just the 1.
Just the 1.
2.
I'll just double check if he gets cover there. I think he would, just with it be behind that rock, yeah. So just 1 at -2, you say?
Yes.
-1, so 4 up. He's alright. Hazardous rolls, they're alright. End of Orcs turn 1. You get Secure No Man's Land, 5 points, and you're getting rid of Mark for Death for an extra CP, so he'll be on 3 in my turn because the Grot's got him a CP as well. Decent turn, nice bit of shooting. You tickled some knights, so
that's it, buddies. Yeah, like we said, death with 1,000 cuts on this game, I think. So
that's it. And the armor at the back is oil is really spilling out of that one. So let's go into knights turn 1. Imperial Knights turn 1. The orders are being received. Defend stronghold and bring it down. Defend stronghold, I need to hold my home objective at the end of Orcs turn. I get 3 points. Bring it down, I need to kill monsters and vehicles, obviously just vehicles in this army, so kill a lot of vehicles. Cannons class of vehicles, so I'll probably be putting some shots into them. The knights have basically all moved forward. I've put the bondsman ability from the Gallant onto this armor here. What does he do? He gives it reroll charges and reroll hits in combat. So that's pretty good because he's planning on charging something. These 2 knights have tagged this objective to grab it. He's also been given the bondsman ability off the Preceptor as well, which is +2 to his OC. So he's OC 10 now, which might help me in Carl's turn if he tries taking it back off me. Also, he gets a +1 to leadership, which is a bonus. Everything's pushed forward, like I said. The Valiant's gone over here, grab this objective. I got overwatched by some looters, in some really bad rolling from Carl, to be fair. Didn't do anything to the Valiant. Over here, this guy's moved back. He's only on 3 wounds, so he's struggling there. But because I've got Defend Stronghold, I want to stop. I'll screen out Carl from dropping in with his Storm Boys and taking that off me. So with him there, and this one here, I'm sort of screening these back lines out. So yeah, let's do some shooting. First bit of shooting, the Gallant levels his melter gun and his Storm Spear rocket pod into these killer cans here on this objective. You've used a strat to -1 damage from him.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so just -1 damage from a walker unit.
Yeah, so it might keep him alive a little bit longer, make more survivable. Obviously, I'm trying to kill vehicle units, so also it's denying me points. So good play, mate. So let's see what we can do. So melter gun, 1 shot, hitting on freeze. It hits, and then wounding on what's your toughness?
So the toughness of a can is toughness 6.
Strength 9, so 3s. I'll use my reroll. No, nothing happens there. The rocket pod, 3 shots, hitting on freeze. I'll use my hit reroll. And then we're wounding on strength 8, so freeze. Just 2. -2, you're in cover, so -1.
So 4 up saves. So both go through.
Yep, so D6 damage each. So first one, just does 1. Do I want to CP that? I've got 2 there. Let's do it, because Knights don't have that many good CP. They've got many good strats. So CP in it goes to a 1. So the one takes a wound. Second one goes to a 1 as well, because the -1 damage.
Yeah, he's got 3 left.
Well, that was great. Next bit of shooting, I'm just going to pretend that never happened and just move on. So the Receptor is putting his las Impulsor, high intensity, into the same unit. I know the -1 damage, but I want him off an objective, ideally. He's also putting his Storm Spear rocket pod into them. And then his Melter is going into newly named Rich, the Death Dread.
That's it.
Yep, so let's see what we can do. We'll start off into this unit. So Las Impulsor, he gets D6 shots. 5 shots.
Nice.
It's blast, but you've only got 3 in that unit. So 5 shots, hitting on 3s. Nice. I'll re-roll that for my free re-roll. No. And then we're wounding on strength 14, so...
Tasty. 2s, mate, yeah.
2s, yeah. All wounds.
Okay.
So you've got 4 saves at -3 AP. So -2 because you're in cover.
Okay, yeah, so that will be 5 ups.
Oh, nice saving. 4 damage a pop, so 3 damage a pop.
So that will kill that one, and then the next one
on
will
2
go down
wounds.
to-
Storm Spear rocket pod, smashing through into these cans that are getting lit up. So 3 shots, hitting on freeze. Have I done any re-rolls there for him?
You did your hit reroll.
Hit re-roll, so I've still got a wound. So 2 hits, and then I'm glad you're here, Carl. Freeze. Re-roll one of them. No, them re-rolls haven't been coming into play just yet. Melter going into Rich, the Death Dread. 1 shot. Hits. Wound on 3s, I'm guessing. But wounds. And you get cover because you're behind that. So you'll be saving on... It's -4 Melter, isn't it?
-3, so saving on 5.
Yep.
Hey,
Nice.
good lad, well done, Rich.
That cover came in handy. Just blasts a bit of that rock off the middle. So it hasn't been great so far, but we're still shooting. There's still guns going off. Armiger, Melter into the Death Dread. Thermal Spear into these cans. So Thermal Spear first. Hitting on freeze. Re-rolling 1. Hits. Wounded on strength 14. Wounded on... Is it strength 14?
I think Thermal Spear will be
Strength 12.
yeah,
Wound on
so-
freeze. Re-rolling. So it does wound. That is -4, sir.
He takes it.
So it's D6 damage. It's not in thingy range. So 2 damage. Melter as well. If we did the Deadly Demisers, nothing happened there for them too. Hitting on 3s, he misses. Flying past his head. So the Valiant is about to start lighting up the skies with his weapons. The Harpoon into the Death Dread. Also, the Harpoon should take care of it, but just to be safe, I'm putting the Shield Breaker missiles into it as well. Then I'm putting the Conflagration Cannon, the big melter, into this unit of looters. I'm also putting the twin siege breaker into them as well. So I'll do the exciting ones first into the Death Dread. So we've got a harpoon, yeah? Hitting on 2s. Hits. Wounded on 2s. It does wound, but that means you get a save, a 6 up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's the opposite.
And that's 12 damage.
Upside down 6. Yeah. Does he explode? He doesn't.
So the classic Death Dread curse strikes again.
Mate. Yeah.
So next bit of shooting is the twin siege breaker cannon. This is blast, so I'll shoot this first into that unit. Pardon me. This also shot before him, I've got to mention, and he killed 2 out of this unit.
Yeah.
So let's do it. Twin siege breaker, d6 plus 1 shots. So that's 4. These are hitting on 3s. I won't bother re-rolling. And then the wounding on strength 6, toughness 5, so 3s. And then I can re-roll these because they're twin linked. So just 1, no minus. So you get your cover.
In cover, so
He saves it. Lovely. Big flamer, conflagration cannon, shooting same unit. Need this to be a big roll. This is how many shots. I'm definitely going to CP that one, my last CP, because that is, I mean, come on. So that's better. That's definitely better. That's 14. So probably a CP well spent, but I'm out now, which is no good. 14 dice, and these are wounding on, these are strength 8. So wounded on 3s. Oh, drop 1. I'll reroll that here. And I'll re-roll that one because I haven't done a wound yet. Nice, so all full house there.
not a good day to be a loser.
Yeah, so 14 at -1 and they ignore cover.
Okay.
So 14 6-ups.
6-ups, yeah.
7 to start. Looking for 6s. So obviously they've got a big mech.
Okay, so they've all gone through.
So you've got 7 on the big mech. Can we do it?
So 5-up saves. No, he's decided today he's not a day to hang about.
There's some crispy orcs over there. Got 2 charges. We've got the Armiger going into these bikes, 5-inch charge. The Gallant going into these cans, 5-inch charge. So let's do it. So the Armiger first, 5-inch. He's in. The Gallant, 5-inch. He's in. Let's go to war. So fight for the middle of the battlefield. We're trying to stop the orc push. Starting with the Armiger against the bikes. Doing a sweep attack, so 8 attacks, hitting on 3s. 6s are sustained, and I get to re-roll because of the bondsman ability. So I'll get an extra 1 there, an extra 2 go in. And now I'm wounded on 3s. Toughness 6, you say?
Yeah.
And I can re-roll 1 of them for his own ability. No, so you've got, not great to be fair, 4 saves at -2.
Okay.
So 6-ups.
Is that 5? 5 dice?
Let's double check. 5 all together there. Carl's right, cheers for that, mate.
No worries, buddy. So
5 at -2, so 6 here.
So
Oh, nice. So no bikes die.
No, so 1's down to 1 wound.
No! Let's hope the Gallant can make me feel a little bit better and kill some cans. 6 attacks. I'm doing his gauntlet. What's your saving this? You've got 6 up in one, haven't you?
Yeah, we've got 3 up.
Yeah, so hitting on 2s, wounds on 2s. I think this is the best idea, but you see where this has got me so far. So they all hit. That is nice. Wounds on 2s. They all wounds. So that is 6 6-up saves.
Okay.
6 6-up saves. Each one is a dead can.
Right. There you go.
That's some dead cans. I like it. And then that also, I can consolidate 3 inches, which will grab me this objective, which denies Carl 5. That's the main thing. So, yeah, I'll take it. So, yeah, the Gallant has just grabbed that objective. One of them cans blew up, killed the bike, took a wound off the Gallant, and the Armiger managed to feel no pain in it. So just your attacks back with your bikes.
Okay, yeah.
Let's do it. You've rolled 2 so far. These are the attacks from the bikes. So this is the first guy.
Yeah, so normal dude is missed. And then the...
Only 2 attacks to that.
Yeah, they only got 2. Oh, sorry, the 3 does hit. Strength 4. Doesn't wound. The knob has got a power claw, so he's got 3 attacks. It's on 4s. And he is going to wound on 5, so strength 9. Nothing.
Nice. So end of Knight's turn 1. Defense Stronghold is still in play. And bring it down, I get for 6 points. For killing the Death Dread for 2. Unit of Killer Cans for 4. So not a bad turn, but it's going to be a big hit back. And I can feel a war coming at some point. So On to Orcs, turn 2. Orcs, turn 2. And you can hear the screams of the war across the battlefield. Extend battle lines, which is perfect for being in the war. He needs to get an objective in no man's land and one in his deployment zone, which he's got for 5 points. Assassination, so he wants to kill a big knight. So basically, everything's flew forward and you're wanting to kill the Gallant, aren't you, Carl?
I am, mate, yeah, because that will score me assassination, and then if I can knock him off that objective, that will get me extend as well.
Yeah,
and,
so very important to kill him, yeah?
Yeah, so this is like the go turn, so if this falls off a bit of a cliff, then we might be in trouble, but we'll see. We'll go out scrapping, mate.
You've got to. All the units, basically, anything to mention here?
No, so pretty much everything moved up the boards. I super fuel boilered the Gorkanaut just for a bit of extra movement.
And that basically is you get to re-roll your advance and all your weapons come assault, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. So I can blink a few shots off. Rolled a 4, which is the worst roll to roll when you got a re-roll in your pocket, but that's all good. Just last thing, this lad's going to head up behind the building to get some shots in.
No worries, yeah.
The bikers are screening out a little bit, just getting in the way.
The Grots got a big 6-inch advance, was it? 5-inch?
Yeah, they got I think a 5, so they've piled up. They've got 11 inches up there. They was trying to sneak a few on the objective, but I think they might just go and scratch at the big guy's toes instead.
And while I remember, you can advance Grots in charge, right?
Yeah, so everything gets advanced in charge.
Yeah, because the Grots used to not be in the ward, in there, but they are now. That's right.
Keyword, but
yeah. Cool. So yeah, this is a big one. You need some knights to start dropping, especially the Gallant. So I'm looking forward to this one, mate. Let's do it. First bit of shooting, some flash gits. You're going to be burning this ammo runt, and you get lethal hits for it, yeah?
That's it, buddy. Yeah, so it's once per battle. They just basically boot him until he throws out a load of bullets, like a power-up in a computer game.
I like it.
Lethal hits, yeah.
And they're all going into the Gallant, yeah?
We're going into the Gallant.
Let's do it. The flash gits get an extra shot each because the Gallant is the closest target, and they get sustained hits 1 and lethals because of the ammo run the lethals. So let's do it. A lot of shots going through. You're looking for them 6s.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got 2, we've got 4, and then we've got
Wounded on 6s.
another 1.
I think you might need an extra dice there because you had 7.
I did. Good lad, thank you.
So just 1 wound goes through.
Yeah, 1 goes through.
So 5 altogether. What's the AP on this? AP 1, and there's 5 here. So I don't think you'll get cover because they're in the same thing, whatever. So 5 there. My AP 1, so 4. 3 go through.
So 2 damage per.
2 damage a pop. Pretty nasty. Oh, come on, Sam. Pick up your dice. So 6 up, feel no pains. So 5 go through. Both. So the Morkanaut next, shooting into the same target, the Gallant. I'm going to rotate some iron shields. I know it's got some couple of rockets in there, and also I'm guessing I'm going to be getting shot off more stuff after this. Also the truck shot, a killer can shot, nothing happened. So iron shields are being rotated, and the shots coming in from the Morkanaut. Of course, this is a Gorkanaut, not a Morkanaut. Cheers, Carl. And with the Scorcher, you've picked to be lethal hits, so any 1s after these weapons will be hazardous.
So D6, 6.
So that's the Flamer.
2, yeah, and it's wounding on 6s. Sorry, so it's strength 5. So
6s, yeah. Nice.
And then
so just to mention, the 2 mechs have both did the touch on the magic touch on the machines to make them hit better. So he's hitting on 4s now. So twin big shooter next, going in hot. Ooh, good job you did the lethal thing.
It is a good job I did the lethal thing, yeah. So those miss, and then these will be wounding 6s. No.
That's 5.
Oh, they're twinning, sorry. No.
So
normal save, buddy. No.
5, 3 ups. 2 go through, looking for 6 ups. Oh, I forgot to do my... Oh, I did do my fill up pins on the last one. So it takes 2 wounds. So rocket launchers finding the way home. Let's go.
So number of shots is 5. And these are hitting on 4s. And 6s are lethals, not there any 6s. And these lads are strength 9, so wounding on
5 and 6s.
Just 1. AP -2.
-2, so he's got a 5 up. Oh no, that's not good. 3 damage, so looking for 6s. The feel no pains, I get 1, so 2 damage. The Death Storm Mega Shooter, he's in half range, so 30 shots going into the Gallant. In that cockpit, it's just all sorts going on, loads of bullets, ding, 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 pinging off the sides.
Yeah, back to the dice bag.
Back to the dice bag. Have you seen this guy's dice bag? It's a squig.
What is?
30 dice. Looking for them sixes. Lovely jubbly. Wounded on sixes.
Yeah.
One more. So that's 10 altogether, yeah?
10 altogether, yeah.
So
10 minus 1.
4, 8, 9, 10. So minus 1. These are 4 ups. Oh, takes out quite a lot there. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll take out the misses. She loves it. That's, so sixes looking for now. 3, 4, 5. So he's down to 3 wounds remaining. So he's on 1 wound remaining. I thought he was on 8 for some reason. So 1 wound to chip through. Next bit of shooting, let's go. After lots of thinking, we have decided the mech guns are going to go screeching into the Gallant on 1 wound. You didn't really want to split fire because you wanted to make sure they were quite swingy, D6 shots. And obviously I've got my rotate iron shields for a 4 up save. So yeah, let's do it.
I'll do them one at a time, just so.
Yeah.
So first one's D6 shots for 6.
6. Typical, isn't it? 6 shots when you.
I'm going to roll the button just so it happens. That is lethals. So these lads will be hitting on 4s.
Yep.
So that's a lethal and 3 hits, and then their strength 12.
So 4s.
So 4s. So that is 2 saves, and those are just a -1.
These are -1, yeah?
Yeah.
I probably didn't even need to rotate iron shields then.
I mean, against the other shooting coming in, I guess. Well, the flash expiration 1.
I think it was just that missile then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But saving on 4s. That goes through. So just D6 damage.
Yeah. 4.
So I need 4 6s.
Got to make you do it.
And that is a dead Gallant. See if he blows. He doesn't. So he just crumbles. We've got some looters. Going at the armager here. Obviously he's on an objective, so they get to reroll all hits. You're pushing the button because you don't want to have hazardous for this unit. And you're also using the big shell strat. So it was totally fair enough against all these knights. You need that strat to keep you in the game, which is +1 to wound. You could get +1 damage, but like you say, you don't want hazardous. So +1 to wound, rerolling all hits. Did you say they have lethals, or you have to roll the button, push the button for it?
Push the button, mate, do that.
So you're hoping they get lethals, I'm guessing.
It would be quite nice, yeah. Against sustained hits.
Sustained?
Can't argue about.
Yeah, cool. So let's do it. Looters, let's see what they can do.
Okay, so pouring some fire in, so we're looking for 6s.
So far there's 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 sustained, so re-rolling. And only hitting on 6s because obviously they moved so they can get all on top of this hill. 2 altogether, you only dropped 2. So these wounding on 4s because the +1 to wound, yeah?
+1 to wound, yeah, that's it.
What's the strength of these guns?
Strength 8.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So wound on 4s.
Okay, cool.
So that is, I'll get my dice ready. So 10 saves, -1, 4 up save for the armager, see if he survives. These are 2 damage a pop, right?
They are, mate, yeah.
That wasn't a fantastic roll. So I'll just roll this twice for the 6 ups because these are 2 damage a pop. First one, he takes 6 wounds straight away. And then the second one, yeah, that's an armager dead. How many wounds have they got? 12 in it, so that's exactly
it.
So if I got 1 6 there, he might have survived.
Efficient orc shooting.
Yeah. Last bit of shooting along the Orc ranks before the stop to reload. Death Dread with its 4 Mega Blasters into this armager here. You're going to pick lethal, so it's double hazardous. So on 1s and 2s, it hurts itself.
Yeah, this is it.
Let's do it.
Okay, cool. So he's hitting on 4s and 6s are lethal. So he's got 4.
Probably worth doing there.
I reckon so, mate. Yeah, and then these miss, and he's got 1 hit. Strength 9, so it's going to be winning on a 5.
Yep.
Happy days.
Nice.
So you got
5 saves.
5 saves, -2.
-2, so it'll be 5 ups. I don't think is he covered by the cover there, or?
He got like his part of his base and cover, so yeah, he did get that to his save, so it'd be -1.
So 4 ups. 3 save, 2 go through. So 2d6, yeah?
Yep.
Go for it.
7 damage.
7, so 5, 6, 7. See if we can shrug any of these off. Shrug 1 off, so you take 6, down to 6 wounds remaining.
Do I blow myself to walk and walk? I don't.
Just
No.
the 2,
Just
because you say it's 1s and 2s?
Just 3, yep.
Yeah, sweet. So it takes 3 wounds.
Some grots, very brave grots at that, just running into the Knight Valiant so you can grab that objective.
So let's go.
They're keen.
Well, they're definitely in.
I don't know.
So with the 11-inch charge, it actually pulled Carl away from that objective because they all have to be base to base. We did the combat. I killed 1 grot and you didn't take any wounds off the knight. So we'll quickly do the end of the turn roundup.
So great turn point-wise for the Orcs. Extend battle lines 5 points. Assassination 5 points for killing the Gallant. So a mixed bag that, Carl. But you killed the big knight, you killed the armiger, and you got 10 points. So to be fair, pretty good turn.
Yes, mate. I think if that hadn't gone well, it would have been game over pretty much. But
Definitely. So into the knights, turn 2. So Imperial Knights, turn 3, 2?
Turn
2. This is turn 2. Can't believe this is turn 2. A lot's happened. Extend battle lines, secure no man's land. So the orders have came through and they really need us now to step up and stop the Orc invasion and hold that midfield. Defend stronghold I got at the end of Carl's turn for 3 points. So secure no man's land is 2 objectives in no man's land get 5 points. Extend battle lines, hold a home objective, and get 1 objective in no man's land for 5 points. So it should be 10 points because I've got 2 and the 1 in my home. So the Preceptor is moved forward. He has the re-rolls against this mech gun unit, so I think it's probably worth shooting into them, try and get rid of some of Carl's big shooting. This Armiger's move forward, just shuffle slightly, just so he can get his melter in range with this Death Dread. Also, this one shuffle forward so it can get its thermal spear in range with the Death Dread. So I'm going to try and get rid of some big guns and try and really... I want to leave Carl with... not so he doesn't have the assets to deal with these knights. If that works or not, who knows? This guy's just stayed put because I'm still screening out because I still don't want Carl to grab my home objective. So into the shooting.
Yeah, I've just done a little adjustment. This Preceptor is just moved its full range. Instead of tagging that objective, which I already have because of the armiger there, I've just moved a little bit more forward, just so you can get a charge off onto the Gorkanaut. So first bit of shooting is this armiger here, shooting his thermal spear into this Death Dread here. So also I've done a bondsman ability from the Preceptor onto this armiger just to give him 2 extra OC. So he's OC 10 now and an extra leadership. Yeah, let's do it. So the thermal spear from that armiger into the Death Dread. So 2 shots, hitting on 3s. 1 hit, re-rolling 1. 2 hits, and then we're wounding. What's your toughness for Death Dread?
9, mate.
Toughness 9, so wound on 3s. 2 wounds, 2 saves at -4, obviously
So,
-3.
Yeah, I've got the 5 up for the WAR, so I think most things will be hitting that.
Yeah.
Save 1.
Nice, so D6 damage, 5 damage.
That's exactly enough to kill him.
He only had 5 wounds, did he?
He blew himself up a little bit with his custom Mega Blasters. So,
Decent.
it doesn't explode.
Next armiger, all you can see is the bikes. I mean, I can see that mech there, but I could probably keep him for assassinate just in case. So 2 into the 2 thermal spear shots into the bikes and 1 melter. Thermal spears, both hits. Wounded on 2s. Rerolling the wound. So 2, 5 up wind wounds.
Nope.
2d6. So first one, 6. Second one,
Dead.
Dead.
Gosh.
+4 actually. He's well in half range.
Yeah, even that by itself was enough to...
So the melter just goes to waste. So next up, the Preceptor. He's putting his melter gun into the Gorkanaut. He's going to put his high intensity Las Impulsor into the mech guns, and also his Storm Spear rocket pod into the mech guns. Rerolling hits. So start off with the I'll tell you what, I'll start off with the melter into the Gorkanaut. Cool. So hitting on 3s. Hits 5 and 6s. Doesn't wound. I won't use my reroll, I don't think. So the rocket pods into the mech guns, hitting on 3s. All hits. Wounding on which toughness?
Toughness 5.
Strength 8, so it'll be 3s. All wound. That's at -2.
So 5 ups. Nope.
So 3d6. So first one, just 1.
Okay.
Second one, 6.
There's that guy.
Last one, just 1 again.
Okay, so this guy's left on 5 at the moment.
Yeah.
Does he explode? So the mech guns, I think on the vehicles keyword, yeah.
Yes, on a 6, there'll be 1 mortal.
Yeah.
One
so
more
there's
mortal.
4.
And it'll probably hurt his little compadres next to him as
Yes,
well.
he will, yeah. I'll just ping that guy.
As impulsor, high intensity. D6 shots. Just 1. I'm using a CP, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. A 2.
Hey.
So I mean, it's a little bit better. A little bit better. Getting on freeze. Re-rolling. So both hits. And then wounding on 2s.
That's a
Strength
nice
14.
Oh yeah, big time, yeah.
Both wounds.
Cool.
So they're at -3.
So go through.
4 damage a pop.
Alright, bosh. And I think he might just clip those guys if he blows, but he doesn't.
He's gone.
Cool.
So last bit of shooting, the Valiant. He shot a melter into the grots. Nothing happens. He's hitting on 4s now with the melter. So the siege, I think it's the twin Siegebreaker cannon, is going into these boys here. I get D6 plus 2 shots because of blast. Everything else is just going to go into the Gorkanaut. I really want to try and soften him up for maybe a charge off the Gallant. So we'll start off with we'll go into the boys first with the twin Siegebreaker. So it's D6 shots plus 2 for blast. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. So hitting on 4s now.
Yeah.
Not great. And then wounding on strength 6 or 3s, and it's twin linked. So 3 saves, no minus. You got cover, so 3 4-ups.
So two boys guys.
Spot 2 boys. So the harpoon going into the Gorkanaut, hitting on 2s usually, but 3s because he's stuck in combat. I'm going to re-roll it for his 3 re-roll. So he hits, wounding on strength 24. What's your toughness?
Not that, 12. So
it'll be 2s again, yeah? But I want a 4 ideally because I wanted that. I'm really tempted to re-roll that, you know. I'm going to re-roll it and be greedy. So that is just 12 mortal wounds, like devastating. While you're doing that, I might as well go straight into... So I've used my wound roll, yeah?
Yeah.
Still got a hit roll. So I'm going to go straight into the shield breakers. So 2 shots, hitting on 4s. So I'll use one of my re-rolls for the hit on this. No, sad day. So the big conflagration cannon, 3d6 shots. 8, 9, 10. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And these wounds on 5 and 6s because it's strength 8. So I've used my reroll. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 5 saves at -1. Yeah, -1.
Okay. So 3 go through.
3 go through. And these are 2 damage
isn't
a
it?
pop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you reroll one of them. That'll be him alive from 1 wound.
Because there's more guns coming, aren't there?
That's all my gunshot.
Is that
You
everything?
could have a 5-inch charge off the Preceptor.
Yeah. I think that's probably worth a cheeky CP, that one.
Yeah.
No.
Unlucky dude.
Bomb. No.
Unit inside.
Yeah, unit inside. We've got 4 guys in there. And
They're all right. Nice. So some charging. The Preceptor is going into these boys, and I'm going to try a big 10-inch charge with the Armiger into these Meganobs that just came out. Could be a bad mistake, but it's good fun, isn't it? So he's basically in battle roll anyway. He's got a 12. That was definitely for the Armiger. Now the Armiger needs a 10. He's got a 5. So basically just big man going in. So the chain sword from the Preceptor, 12 attacks, hitting on 3s. And then we're wounding on 3s. He doesn't get any bonuses for sustained or anything like that. Wounding on 3s, strength 9. So you've got 3, 4, 5, 6 saves of your 5-up Influencer.
-5 up in wells, right. So I've made 3, so 3 die.
Kill 3. Not bad. Then your attack's back. So actually 4 died there. I forgot the hit roll in the wound roll re-roll. So I did that in 1 more died. So there's 3 orcs left, 2 with choppers, 1 with a rocket launcher, and then you've got a knob left as well. Does he have a claw, yeah?
He's got a claw, mate, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So the choppers, with the WoW, got an extra attack and an extra strength, so hitting on 3s. And going to be wounding on, at this moment,
6s.
5, so 6s, yeah. So that's 2 at -1.
2 4-ups. 1 saves, 1 goes through. So his first bit of chip damage has been done.
Yeah. Close combat weapon. He hits the wall. He's going to do 6s too. That's 1 more, no AP.
3 up. Oh, I was going to say it'd be funny if he just punched it as hard as he could in there.
Hits him with the rocket launcher.
Very orky.
He'd join the tank busters then, wouldn't he? Right. So power claw. That is 2 hits, and this is strength 10, so 5s. And that's
Nice.
2, so -2.
So 5 ups. Oh, that's 4 damage, yeah?
2 damage per, yeah.
So he took 5 damage back off him
Got
for them few
shrugs,
orcs. Got my shrugs.
Got 5
Yeah.
shrugs,
Good job we've got Carl with us today, because and it serves me right.
Wow.
So end of Imperial Knights turn, extend battle line, secure no man's land. So 5 points for each, so 10 points. So I've got that hold in the mid-ground, middle of the battlefield. We're really holding the line here, not let you into the city. But it's Orcs turn 3, so let's see what they can do. So Orcs turn 3, overwhelming force and engage on all fronts. So engage on all fronts is get 3 quarters for 2 points, or all 4 for 4 points. Overwhelming force is kill units off objectives. You get 3 points per unit to a maximum of 5. So it's really close on points at the minute. Carl scored 8 for his primary this turn. And we're really close on secondaries as well. So this is it's looking like a close one. You need another good turn, and then I need another good turn in return. So what have you done here, Carl?
So the plan is, mate, to try and focus down these 2 lads in the middle. So I've pushed, there's 2 big mechs are now on their own. They're pushing up to just get some pistol shots into this guy. They've got a decent pistol, but short range. So we'll see what we can do there. The Mega Knobs have pushed up this way to hopefully go into the armager. The idea is if I can get both of these lads off the objectives, then that's my objective in the middle.
Yeah.
And it's pushing your footprint back. So I'm just holding here. All this firepower down at the bottom of the board is going to go into this lad to try and clear him away.
Yep.
The trucks move round to potentially do a cheeky tank shock if I need it, if the shooting doesn't go as planned. And then, apart from pushing up, these 2 Stormboy units have dropped in to get me engaged in all 4 quarters.
I like it. So looking good on points. Just need to take out these 2 in the middle, and you'll be loving life, yeah?
Just that. Yeah.
Just that. So into the shooting. So first bit of shooting is a pistol. He's going to start pistol whipping this knight. You choose lethal, so it's hazardous. Let's do it.
So D3 shots for 3.
Lovely.
He hits on 5s because he's a mech. So that's 1 hit. It is strength 8. Doesn't wound.
See if he hurts himself.
No, he doesn't.
Lovely. Deal with the next guy. Straight into the knight with his pistol.
So 3 shots again.
I'm liking the number of shots.
Yeah, not so much the hitting and wounding. No.
That's the problem, isn't it?
So 1 hit and does wound. That is -2.
-2, so it's a 5 up. Fills it.
D6.
Just
1 damage.
See if he ignores. He doesn't. So takes a wound to see if you hurt yourself.
Help yourself. No.
Doesn't. Flash Git's doing some shooting into the Preceptor. Also, some other shots went off. The Mega Knob shot, split fire, didn't do out to the Knight Preceptor, but actually chipped a wound off the armature. Looking back, there's a 2 CP thing I can do to put his armour up 1, but it has to be in my command phase. Also puts his toughness up, so it might have been worth doing that looking back, but mistakes were made at this this time of the match. So now we've got now we've got the flash gits into the Preceptor.
So these are hitting on 4s now because they're 5 up but with heavy. So 4's the hit and 6 are sustained hits.
Nice. There's nothing I can do defense wise, so
we'll pull those. So 1, 2.
So lots of hits, but wounds on 6s. So 2 free wounds.
3 wounds, -1.
-1, so this is 4 ups. He saves them.
Loves it.
He loves it. A bit more shooting. Big shooter from a can. Big shooter from a truck. And nothing happened. So the looters are really overheating these guns, pushing them to the maximum limit they can. You're not pushing the button. You're choosing lethal hits, so they're hazardous. Also, you're using a strat.
Yeah, so back to bigger shells for bigger gits, and this time I'm going to hold the trigger down and do both parts, so I get +1 to wound and +1 damage.
Yeah, so the double hazardous, so basically on 1s and 2s, the die of it. Because you really want to get rid of this. Like you said, if he did survive this, it might be game over. So if he dies, then it'll be a massive bonus for you. So let's do it. So 5s and 6s to hit, because the save's still. Then 6s are lethal, re-rolling everything because he's on an objective.
Okay.
So 2 lethals and 2 hits, but luckily he gets to re-roll them all. It's looking better already. Wounded on 4s. So another 3 go through.
Okay.
So altogether that is
3, 6, 8.
8 4 saves. And these are 3 damage a pop. It's a little bit scary. Let's see if we can do it. Oh, got 1. So 1, 2, 3 go through, causing 9 damage. So I need to do some feel no pains. So only 1 saves, so 8 damage goes through, putting him onto 8 wounds remaining. Hope. 2 rockets and a shock attack gun. So these are the rockets.
Yeah, so D6
2 to 3.
So 4. And hitting on 5s. And re-rolling.
Good job, he's re-rolling.
That's
It's a lot better.
better, yeah. So we've got
Wounding on
1
5
lethal.
6s.
Yeah, 5s and 6s for these 2. No, so just 1 at -2.
-2, so 5 up. He fails.
That's
What's the
3
damage on
damage.
this? 3 damage, yeah. So looking for 6s. Oh, just 1.
Nice one.
Shock attack gun last but not least. D6 +1 shots. 3
I think
shots.
that grot is getting punted into the sky.
And what does this
Reroll
do?
it. So that's once per game you can re-roll the number of shots. From
I
your
like
gun.
it. So he boots him into the sky.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
This lad's hitting on 4s because he's heavy and he's a big mech who's slightly better at shooting. And
Oh.
that is
They're lethal. Then wounding on.
So this will be wounding on 4s again.
Yeah.
Okay. That is 2 saves at -4.
So 5 up in runs. And he saves them
Hey,
both with
nicely
his
done.
big shield. That could be game changing. But let's see what else Carl's got in his pocket. So the guns fall silent. And the mega knobs go clunking forward and they're going to charge the armature. It's a very short charge, looks like a 3 or 4, so it should be in, and they are in. So the big mech and his mega knobs are going to strike the armature. Let's go.
Okay, so hitting on 4s. So we've got 2 lethals and a hit. And then this is going to win on a 5. So that's
Nice.
3 at -2.
3 at -2. These are 5 ups. I'll go through.
Cool, so that's 6 shrugs.
6 shrugs. Just looking for 6s. Not 1. That is a dead armature, I believe. Yeah, he's on 6 wounds. See if he blows. He does.
He does.
Let us do some measuring. So it hits my big knight, the grots, and the mega knobs. So roll for my big knight. 2. So see if he ignores any of them. He does, so he just takes 1. And then the... that may be worth using 2 CP next turn. Now he's took a wound.
It might be, yeah. Makes it more unkillable, yeah.
So D3 on the grots. 2. And D3 on the mega knob. 2. Do you have shrugs on the mega knobs?
I don't know, so 2 wins, yeah?
Yeah. So end of Orcs turn 3. Overwhelming force, you get killed 1 unit on an objective for 3 points. Engage on all fronts, you get for 4 points. So 7 points. Another good turn, another good hit back, and he's took that middle objective off me as well. So I'll only be getting 8 points for primary.
Yeah.
Cool. So into Imperial Knights turn 3. Imperial Knights turn 3.
3, yeah.
Turn 3, I drew behind enemy lines and storm hostile objective. So that's get stuff in Carl's deployment zone. Storm hostile objective, take an objective off Carl that he controlled at the beginning of this turn. So I swapped that out with my 3. You can swap out 2 cards with the mission rule. And got Aries and Al. So basically get Carl out the centre. So basically, I've used 2 CP, so I'm down to 1, to do to give the big knight, because he's took a wound, I forgot to put the wound marker on him, but he's took a wound, so he can now use strat for 2 CP, where it's just once per battle. and he gets +1 to his hit roll, which is great because he's stuck in combat. +1 to his save won't make a difference because it's 2 up, but he gets +1 to his toughness, his move, leadership, OC, things like that. So he can hopefully get rid of these mega knobs because I need Carl out the centre of this. I need to get rid of these 4 as well. So if I do all that, then that's great. I'm not going to move him, because Carl, I don't want Carl to overwatch me with them with the reroll hits. It could be a bad day, he's only on 7 wounds, so he's going to stay put. The Armour Jehovah here didn't want to pop his head out, because again, overwatch off them would be awful, and he's only on 3 wounds. So he's moved towards these to try and take care of these. And this one over here is moved towards these to try and take care of these. You can't actually see him, so he won't be able to shoot, but you might be able to charge him on a 6-inch. So a few bits and bobs have been done. Really just need this turn to go my way, and then it could be game over for the Orcs, but we'll see. So this armour just shot into the Storm Boys and killed 2, and that was his shooting. This one can't see anything, so it isn't going to shoot. Over to the Preceptor. I put a melter into these lads in the middle and didn't hurt them. And I'm putting everything else into these on this cliff because, yeah, I need them dead. The shooting's too strong. And I think if Carl loses these, he wouldn't have the assets to kill any more knights, potentially. Obviously, he's still got the flash kits, but let's see. So, guns into them. Do I have blast guns? I have the Storm Spear rocket pod, and I have the Las Impulsor, which is blast, so I'll do Las Impulsor. I'm tempted to do the little one. It's 2d6, and it's blast, so I think that'd be the better option. But it's only -1 and you're in cover. I'll get back to you. So Las Impulsor, we're doing it on the smaller frequency. So 2d6 blast, so it's 2d6 plus 2.
Yeah.
Let's go. 5, 6, 7, 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8. And these are hitting on 4s because he's actually degraded now. So 4, 5, 7, 8, hitting on 4s. Re-rolling one. Shame them 6s don't do well.
That looks impressive.
Yeah, looks good. That's all that matters. Wounding on 3s. Re-rolling one. And that is 5 saves at -1, so just your normal save. You're in cover.
5 ups.
That kills 2.
2, yeah.
Good saving there.
Thanks,
Saving. I'll do the rocket pod. So 3 shots, hitting on 4s. All hit. Wounding on strength 8 or 3s. 2 saves, and this is at -2, so 6 ups.
6 ups, yeah. No, so 2 more.
2. Well, how many wounds have they got?
1 each.
Oh, it's 1 each, yeah. So d6 that. Sweet. So I'll go on to the Valiant, and then I'll be shooting. So time for the Valiant. Of course, these are -1 to hit because of the enhancement. So it probably wasn't worth using 2 CP to give him +1 to hit, because it obviously evens it out. But mistakes were made. So we're going to put everything into them. And we're also going to put the twin Siegebreaker cannon into these up here, just to get rid of a few more in case he wants to overwatch when I charge these lads. So we'll do the twin Siegebreaker first, and we'll do the rest into the Mega Knobs. So Siegebreaker, D6 shots, and it's blast, so D6 plus 1. 4 shots, strength 6. Oh, so it's hitting on 3s.
So if you're hitting on, if your normal ballistic skills 3. You're hitting on 4s because you're hitting on effectively -1 because you're +1. Oh no, sorry.
Yeah. So these 3 hits.
It's been a long day. Yeah.
I won't bother re-rolling. Strength 6, so 3s, and I'll should I re-roll one of them? I won't. So no AP, so just a 4 up, and he saves it. Okay. We'll go to the next weapons, which will be. Let's just work our way through the list because there's no blast. So start off with a conflagration cannon. 3d6. Let's go. Oh, should I CP that or not? I could do with probably more shots. That's 9. I'm going to be greedy and CP it, I think. This could be a mistake, but you only live once. That's definitely worth it. So, 14. So, wounding on 3s is the flamer. And I won't bother re-rolling one of them. So, you've got... I'm not even counting these, I'm just moving it in the middle. 10 free up saves. Cool. 10 free up saves. 1, 2, 3 go through, and the 2 damage a pop.
Each, aren't they? So that'll kill one guy who's wounded and then kill another guy.
Nice. So shield breaker. So it's 2 shots, hitting on 4s because he's a -1 to hit. And I might well reroll one of the hits. No. And then wounding on 2s, I believe. Shield breaker, strength 12, yeah.
6, yeah.
Wounds. This is just 4-bind one.
It is, yeah. No.
D6 plus 1.
Cool.
6 damage. Okay. So harpoon to the face to the mech. So hitting on 3s. Hits. Wounds on 2s. Wounds. So just your 4-bind one, or you take 12 damage.
He
takes 12 damage.
Yeah, he's not the objective anyway, so he's...
That'd be a sight, wouldn't it? A harpoon to the face. So the last unit I need to remove from the centre. This is big because it'll actually get me 9 points for getting rid of these. So you're overwatching with these lads, trying to get rid of the last 7 wounds.
That's it, that's the way. Yeah.
So let's do it. Are you dice ready?
Just a minute, mate. Yeah.
So he's not pushing the button and you're making these lethal, making them hazardous as well. Okay. So the 4 big guns.
4 death guns, yeah. Yep. So that's
3 go through.
3, and then...
You need to re-roll, yeah.
Yeah.
Over 1, so 4 altogether. These are at -1, I believe.
Yeah, mate, yeah.
So 4 ups. Oh! These are 2 damage a pop.
Yeah, 2 damage a pop, buddy, yeah.
So I need 2 6s here. Oh, it's a dead knight. So I do get 3 6s. Right. So is it the knight's on 2 wounds remaining, but you still have a rocket launcher and a shock attack gun. Okay, so keep them coming.
Rocket launcher for 3 shots.
Rocket launchers are loving it today, aren't they?
And we're rolling. Nope.
So there's still hope here.
Maybe, yeah.
So 4 shots. So looking for them 6s. So there's 1. That's all you need. Oh, there's 2.
So -4.
I need 2 5-up invulnerables ideally here.
It's like last time, mate.
Nah, these are 3 damage a pop.
They're D6 damage a pop.
So do you want to roll both of them and we'll see. 7. That is 3, 5, 6, 7. So probably wasn't worth charging these, but I had to. I had no other option. So that is a dead knight. See if he blows up, because it is D6 damage.
It is, yeah.
Oh, 6. I could see it winking.
My boots, man.
So do you know what? I think that's kept you in the game.
I think that may do, mate, yeah.
Yeah, so this is going to be a close one. This is interesting. So that is a receptor fallen to the looters. So there's other combats, of course, and this armature charged in, that armature charged in, and this ongoing combat that we haven't been showing, where he just keeps stomping grots with his feet. So let's actually get that one on camera, the stompy one. 4s, re-roll 1, and then 2s. So another 2 die. I'm squashing them slowly but surely. I'll go over to the this armature against 3 storm boys. So he gets 4 attacks. If I do the big one, I might as well do the small one. Be daft not to. So 8 attacks. Hitting on 3s. Actually, armatures degrade, so hitting on 4s. Okay. But then 6 sustains, so that's decent. And then wounding on strength 8, so 3s. And I get to reroll one of them hits. I forgot about. Nothing. That serves me right, and I get to reroll 1 wound. Yeah, so you've got 4, 8 at -2. So I guess it's just them dead. While I'm at it, let's do that one over there against the 5 storm boys. So again, 8 attacks, hitting on 3s this time. I get to reroll one of them. So 2 sustained, go back in, and then again we're wounding on 3s. Re-rolling 1, so that just again kill another 5 storm boys. So them lads are clearing out that backfield, not letting anyone slip through the cracks. So sadly, Storm hostile objective and Ares and Al, I just couldn't keep him out the centre. Killing that Preceptor was massive. So I'm just going to get rid of both of these, which shot me on 2 CP for the next turn. So on to Orcs, turn 4. Orcs, turn 4. It's coming to the back end of the battle now. Containment and cleanse the orders. So containment is do actions on the board edges, not use deployment zone. 3 points for each edge you get. Basically, you're going to be doing on one edge. 3 points.
That's it, yeah.
Cleanse, you have to basically do an action on an objective. On one objective, you get 2 points. On 2 objectives, you get 4 points. You're going to do it on 2 for 4 points. Really close on points. And Carl got the big 13 for primary. So this is the stage of the battle where you really want to be running away with points, because we only having 3 knights. I'm going to really struggle on points now. So Carl, basically, you're doing the cleanse with these. He failed battle shock.
That's right, yeah. Cleanse with the flash kits. Going to contain with the truck.
Yep.
Going to cleanse with the boys in the middle who just tucked in.
Just in case I get assassinated, he's sort of tucked in and he's tucked in over there. Should be out of line of sight.
They're not daft, these big mechs.
They're not daft.
These had to stay still to put some shots into the big knight. And yeah, that's going to be it, bud.
Yeah, in the
Grots
failed battle shocks, and they're just staying put. So the only bit of shooting is these, and then we'll go on to the roundup. Yeah, so we've completely forgot the hazardous for this unit after the Overwatch, and 3 actually died, so there's only 2 left with the big mech. So you're going to shoot into the Valiant.
Yes, mate, just throw some shots in. Just,
might as well.
Why not?
It's saved technically now as 1 up with that strat I use, so it'll be saving on 2 still. But
so you're out of rapid fire, so I get 2 shots each for the def guns, and then I'll get D6+1 for the shot.
Do you need to push your button?
Yeah, why not? Yeah. That is lethals.
Nice.
So cool. So hitting on 5 still, but 6 because I'm shooting into combat.
Yeah.
Oh, tasty.
Nice.
And then re-rolling that one.
Oh,
hey!
That's full house so far.
My mate's down.
I tell you what.
They're going to go nuts, but they always have roll too many 6s.
Well, yeah, I'm going to take that as too many as well. 1 goes through, damage.
Just 2, mate.
6s. No, so he takes 2 wounds. Obviously, I am honoured, but that's not till my command phase, so because of killing Carl's Warlord, so I eventually get 3 more CP and a 5 up feel no pain, but it's still 6 at the minute. So 2 wounds go for shock attack gun, D6+1.
So
3.
shots. So this is
5s.
5s, yeah. And 1 hit.
Are you rolling?
So that's a lethal, and then this is be winning on a 5. No, so just 1 and -4.
-4, so it'll be 1 up, -4 will be
5 up.
5 up, yep. He's alright.
Nice.
So combat, my Valiant is finally free. He's stomped on them last 3 grots, so happy days. So again, another good turn for secondary. 7 points, 3 for containment and 4 for cleanse. Good work, Carl. Going into the Imperial Knights turn 4. Imperial Knights turn 4. Establish locus. I have to do a action either in no man's land or enemy deployment zone. I can't do that, but I'm going to keep it because I think I can get it next turn. This assassination, I should be able to get now. I've freed my Valiant up. So movement. Oh, I did actually use my last swap that I get. I got another action I had to do. I can't remember what it was, but it was something that wouldn't work for me, put it that way. So this Armiger has moved here, still not in sight with the Overwatch from them, just because he's still on 3 wounds, so he's got in line of sight with his thermal spear with this though. Valiant has moved over here, so he's got lots of targets for assassination. He's got this big mech here, this big mech here, and you can also see these boys here, which I can get Carl off this middle objective, which will be quite important. That Armiger there, it's going to do nothing, but he's about 3 inches away from Carl's deployment, so next turn I'll be getting established locus with him. So just some shooting. So just a bit of micro moving. I actually need to grab that objective because them boys are sticky objectives. So I've actually tagged the objective, but that makes me only be able to see this guy. So I can't see these boys and I can't see that guy. So I can only see this big mech, and now he's tagged that objective. So yeah, let's get into shooting. So harpoon into this big mech.
I've got a puppy you can kick around the corner if you want as well.
Also, I've got a twin melter gun that's going to have to go into him. Also, the big flamer that's going to have to go into him. So the only things actually going into these lads here is the 2 rockets, the shield breaker and the twin siege breaker. They're going into these. So let's start off with the harpoon, the fun bit. Hitting on 2s, win on 2s. Well, I'm guessing killing on 2s.
Yeah, man,
You've got not going fun.
Properly,
so he's just harpooned 2 characters now. That harpoon is just reloading it again. I imagine as it pulls back in on the string, it just pulls one of the heads in with it. One of the orc heads just on the battlefield.
You're actually shish kebabbing all the orcs, aren't you? Yeah.
So I'll do the other stuff into them 3. So we've got a twin siege breaker cannon, D6 shots. 6, so 3, 4, 5. Oh, drop that. So 6, hitting on 3s. They all hit. Wounding on 3s. They all wound. That's 6 saves of 4.
So I've got 3 go through. So damage.
Damage just 1 on that.
1. So both the looters are dead. Big Mix got 4 wounds left. Sorry.
Cool. So all we've got left now is a shield breaker. So 2 shots hitting on 3s. Wounding on strength 12, so 2s. I'll re-roll that one. And that is at -6. How many wounds he got?
He's got 4 left.
So it's D6 plus 1. So even if I rolled snake eyes, but yeah. So that is them dead finally, because they've been fun in my side. So thermal spear into this truck, and that is it. So hitting on 4s because he's degraded. Re-rolling 1. And then wounding on toughness of the truck is about 8.
It's tough 8, I think, yeah.
Tough 8. So this is strength 12, so 3s. So that does wound, and that is -4.
Okay, so I'm relying on 6 up embalm.
Yep.
Nope.
D6 damage. 5.
Cool. So he's got 5 left.
Decent. So no charges or anything like that. Assassination I get for 5 points. And I deny Carl that middle objective. So onto Carl's final turn 5. So Orcs' 5th and final turn. Establish locus. Do an action in the centre or in my deployment zone. 2 for the centre, 4 in my deployment zone. You also got no prisoners, kill units, and you use your last switch out to get Stormer style objective, which you don't think you're going to get either. Movement, basically he's doing a lot of move blocking, so I can't get established locus, but he's trying to stop me, but I should be able to get it with a big knight, but it'll also stop me from getting this objective here. You could have done the action with them, but you decided to do it with the truck instead. That gives him 4 points instead of 2, and their failed battle shock as well. Over here, nothing much is happening. Basically, they've just stayed put. The flash kits won't be able to get in range with anything. 24 inches, so he won't be able to get in with that armature. But you can get some pop shots off with this. It's only on 3 wounds, the armature. Is that everything?
That's everything. That's all I've got left, yeah.
Yeah, so that was just a quick roundup. Let's see how your turn goes. Shooting. Lots of bangs went off, lots of noises, but nothing in the end. So that is Orcs in final turn. We'll quickly do the score at the end. So establish locus, he gets for 4 points, and you're going to bin that for a CP because you can't score it. So on to Imperial Knights turn 5. Imperial Knights 5th turn, establish locus, obviously I've still got in play, and no prisoners. So kill units, 2 points for each unit to a maximum of 5. So what I've done is this knight has kept this objective and tiptoed into Carl's deployment zone. Basically the 9 inches from this circle comes to about here, so he's still technically within.
Tiptoe's an interesting word, isn't it?
So he's grabbed that and he's going to establish locus. He can still shoot as well, so I can still try and get that no prisoners just for killing 2 units if I can. Grots, boys. Also, this armature moved forward. He's going to try and take out the truck. Got overwatched by these flash kits, but nothing happened. This armature is moved back so he can grab that objective, because in my primary at the end, I can still get 3 for 13 points. So kill 2 units, get 3 objectives, and establish locus with him. So let's do some shooting. So the Imperial Knight guns go silent. Truck's dead. This unit of boys are dead. Couldn't chew through them grots though, because I was doing all my anti-tank guns on it. So at this stage, I've managed to score establish locus for 4 points, no prisoners for 2. For 4 as well. So that gives me 8.
Yeah.
And then I get the 13 at the end of my turn for primary. So this day, the Imperial Knights have managed to stop the Orcs from sneaking in the city, and they've saved the population.
What a game there.
Mate, cracker. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Imperial Knights managed to defend the city, but when Orcs die, they spawn little mushrooms. So I think we're going to have to be doing a lot of border checks, making sure they're...
That's it. Get the AdMech out with the industrial hoovers. Get them like soaking it all up, you know.
That's it, make sure that fungi isn't growing. But yeah, what a game.
Yeah, mate, it was such a backwards and forwards game. It was every turn you were pulling ahead, I'd pull it back, and it was just smashing each other to bits.
It was literally like that all the way to the end. Because there's no like part of the game I feel like just swung in my way. Maybe that literally right at the end in that turn 5.
Yeah, I think you did. You just pushed me back, and then you retook the board. I pushed you off the middle. You came back in. This lad was an absolute monster. He's just
the Valiant
smashing through stuff.
I mean, he's,
things on the way. Yeah,
he started big and then got work smaller.
That's it. Yeah,
ended up trying to kill a grot with it,
and he missed. Yeah, so it serves him right.
Which, makes sense, I guess. A grot's head to cover the night, they probably can't even see it. The driver, but the Valiant. A lot of people say, the Valiants are not amazing. That I don't actually have any more Knights, so I always run the Valiant. But I always find that he does, unless he gets tied up, but you can still shoot. And I find he always does really well with that 2-up save as well. He's a really shooty. If I didn't have him, I don't think I'd have much shooting at all in this army.
Yeah, you'd have to get stuck in, wouldn't you? Which means you open up to counter charges and stuff, and you start leaving your backfield open. But there was a point he was toughness 14. And I've never seen that on a board before, so that was fun.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's just like, leave him alone, man.
I mean, toughness 14, it's hard to chew through.
It's pretty leery, that. Yeah. But no, mate, absolute just battles and forwards. The way good games are, right? Close, smashing your army, you're smashing my army. My dead pile was terrifying after turn 1. It was like, this is going to go badly wrong. But yeah, we stuck in, we hung in there.
This was one of them games, I think, all game, me and Carl were just sort of, had a smile on our face, and we just kept saying to each other, it's like, this is so close. So we were both excited to get to the end and see how it went. And sadly, this time for Carl, the Knights just picked it. We have been talking about getting you back on with your other armies as well.
Love to, mate. Yeah, love to.
So we'll definitely be getting Carl back on in the future in seeing some more of his armies.
Sweet.
You're also going to be joining next year. We're going to be doing a quarterly challenge.
Yes, mate. Yeah, it's definitely sign up for that already. I've already got the army in the bag, so I'm just starting to look at. Yeah, putting that together.
Blood Angels?
I'm going Blood Angels, mate, yeah. So I'm going to go pretty smashy, quick, jump packs, a lot of chainswords, angry space vampires. What's not to enjoy?
Exactly, that's exactly how we expect Blood Angels to play. So you guys should be getting involved in that as well. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll leave the link down below. I'm going to be basically doing a quarterly challenge next year. It's mainly because I want a new army next year, and I want to have something to push me to do it. I've hashtagged it, so I think it's Daily Dice Quarterly Challenge, something like that. Follow me on Instagram and you'll see. And basically, every quarter, 500 points. So you paint up and build and paint 500 points. If you're not that much of a fast paint, you can do 250 points. Also, if you're a really fast painter, you can do 1,000 points. It's completely up to you. But what gets you guys involved is you get to obviously share your armies as you go as well on Instagram. And I want to be getting you guys on the channel if it's something you think you'd enjoy, being on camera in your army, showing off and doing a battle report myself. So get involved in that. I think it'll be really fun. Also, again, massive shout out to the members. It's like I say, it's absolute. It really helps the channel having these members and really just push me to keep things going and aim for that maybe one day just doing this full time. So massive shout out to the members. Cheers again. Anything else to say, Carl?
No, mate, thank you for an amazing game. Loved it. We will be back with more guns.
Yeah.
So who knows?
100%.
But, mate, smashing. Yeah, if you're thinking about coming down, playing Sam, he's a top lad. Absolutely brilliant. So, yeah, recommend it.
I did make you say that, didn't I? That line.
Yeah.
That's in the script. But cheers, everyone, for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers.